All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash.
Rakakadash.
Okay, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, with the brothers from the GMS Arizona camp. Okay, Lord will, with a quick lesson to edify. Okay, with the Hebrew Israelites. All right. And we are the true chosen that the Bible speaks of, man. And what we're set up to do, okay, is to let our people know who they are, wake them back up to their heritage, man. Okay, and to go out here and push this word to do what? To gather the elect, okay, from the four corners of the earth. Because once this word reaches the four corners of the earth, okay, and the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are sealed, then the Lord is going to bring forth destruction. Right? He's going to bring forth destruction to America, Babylon the Great. He is going to destroy the kingdom of Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man today that is currently in rulership of this world. And our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai is coming back to establish a kingdom of righteousness, man. The kingdom of Israel, okay, where you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, which are the children of Israel, okay, are going to rule. All right? Are going to rule, man. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go into prophecy. Because there's a lot going on right now. Brothers was having a conversation about, current events. And that's been going on around the world, okay? And we're just going to get into it and bring it out of the scriptures, okay? Because there's big-time, end-time prophecy events that are unfolding currently right now today, man, that our people need to wake up and they need to pay attention because these are indications that the time is short, you see? So let's get that Habakkuk, Brother Bashar.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. And I will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Right. And so when you stand upon your watch, that means you paying attention to what's going on in the world. You're paying attention to what's going on around you. All right. You're reading the news. You're looking at the world events. Okay. And what you're doing is you're looking at those events and you're linking them back up to biblical prophecy. You're linking them back up to what's written in the scriptures. Because we're looking out for these prophecies to come because those are indications of how close we are to the end of this fucking world where the Israelites are still yet in captivity, man, under our enemies. Okay? And we're looking for deliverance of out the hand of our enemies. Okay, that's why it's important for us to watch and see what's going on, because pursuant to 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, that's how we measure the times. You see? You got something?
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
To back you up, man, because brothers is going into why we have to look out for the signs of times. Why? Because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? So we're hastening this coming. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. All right. So we're just as servants doing our job, right? For necessity is laid upon me, and that necessity goes into compelled. So we're compelled, man. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. All right, and gospel meaning good news. All right, not only for our salvation, but also to warn you for the things that are coming, because the enemy is he's hoping to catch you off guard. So our good news is letting you know, like, oh, bro, I didn't know that was coming, and yeah, we're letting you know, man. That's good news that you know what the enemy has got in stores for you, you know.
Exactly. And you have to understand that you have an enemy. Because a lot of Jakes, especially Jakes that are set up in leadership, they try to lead you to believe that we don't have an enemy, man. They try to lead you to believe that, everybody has to come together. But no, the Lord is dealing with separation, all right? And we are a nation, okay? If a brother can grab Deuteronomy 7 and 6, man, we are a nation that's been chosen by Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be greater than all these other nations, all right? And right now, we're at the bottom because the Lord is punishing us for going against his law, statutes, and commandments. You see?
I got a scripture.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and 16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And if I may say, I was watching social media, and this guy, Charleston White, you know what I'm saying? He gets a lot of media attention and whatnot. He might have some so-called good points, okay, about so-called black people and minorities or whatever the case. But really, he's error. There's been a lot of pictures of this guy with Confederate flags, you know, and I don't know how much stuff is Photoshop, but you know, he's in there. You know, he go around macing people, and you know, the scriptures say that a fool's mouth calleth for strokes, and a lot of people wanting to beat him up, and you know, like the brother's saying, like, you know, we got enemies, you know, and our people are looking for answers, and the thing is that the Lord is setting up prophets in these last days to you know, men, you know, like yourself that are you know, that He put the Spirit upon those to come out and to speak the truth about you know, what's going on through the scriptures. Yeah. You see, but the leaders of our people, you know, they cause a lot of our people to err, and even guys they claim that they're Israelites. Right. You know, you got guys in Israel. You know, they know that they're Israelites. Even them, you know, are causing our people to err as well.
Yeah, that's right. And we're gonna get into it because they're not even teaching about the MOTB, the Charagma. You know, that's written about in Revelations, the 13th chapter. They're not teaching about that. But we saw an article today where Elon Musk is saying that within the next 6 months, so that could be 2 months from now, 3 months from now, or 6 months from now, that he's actually going to be implanting these into the human brain. Yeah. All right? And that goes directly into Revelations 13 and 16 on down, man. Yeah. But there's Israelite leaders that are not even teaching their congregations of this prophecy correctly. You see?
Well, if I may say, there's a lot of things that you know, our people are not teaching, you know, our people about, you know, those that are in positions of power. And first, you know, it goes to you, you know, those that claim you guys are Israelites, man. There's a lot of things that you're not teaching, you know, and that's just one of them. You know?
Facts. That's facts. Let's go back into the Habakkuk. Well, matter of fact, get that Deuteronomy real quick. Then we'll get right time.
All right, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Yeah. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all other people that were upon the face of the earth. You see? So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, though, you know, right now we're in the lowest state, okay, we're a special people unto the Lord, you know, the creator of the heavens and the earth. You see? We're not, you know, low IQ, you know, base individuals, less than human. Nah, man, we are chosen. We come from a chosen lineage, man. We come from a chosen seed, you know, from Abraham, Isaac, under Jacob, man. Those are our forefathers, okay? And we're made in the image of the Most High Yahweh and the Heavenly Father, man. We're made in His image, you see. And He set us up to be a special people unto Himself, above all these other nations, man, that are right now ruling over us. And the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai is coming back, man, to set things back in order. You see, he's coming to set things back in order, but before that happens, there's end time prophecies that must come to pass, okay, that you need to be ready and prepared for. You see? Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, right, that he may run that readeth it.
Right, and the vision is going into the prophecies, all right? The vision is going to the prophecies like the MOTB, right? Like you know, famines, like pestilences, plagues, earthquakes in diverse places, man. Shortages. You know, we're seeing all of these things come to pass, man. Where this devil is going to come down with great wrath. All of these things are being prepared. That's why the Hebrew Israelites is the main topic of conversation today, right now, man. Because and there's demonization, you know, going on in the media against us. You know, there's propaganda being built up against us, okay? Because we're living in that time where these things are going to come to pass. This devil is going to come down with great wrath, but first he got to build up an idea to the masses of why he has to do that. And that's currently what he's doing.
I got one. This is Ezekiel 35 and 12. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. And the Lord hears, you know, your blasphemies. The Lord hears, you know, you Edomites' you know, your narrative. You know what I mean? And you know, one of the things is that religion doesn't make sense. It's all contradictory. You know what I mean? And so, you know, who can make you know, claim what is written? You see, but the prophets, okay? nothing makes sense. No denomination, no philosophy, and the Lord is making foolishness the wisdom of this world. Right. But the Lord is hearing you. He's hearing you, and He's setting up men, and the men are continuing to fight through the lies. This truth is we're casting down strongholds. It says, thus with your mouth you have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. So what is this dude? Charles Schwab. What's his name?
Klaus Schwab.
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah,
that guy. He was saying something about that the Most High is dead. And they're seeking for superpower. That they have basically that they have enough superpowers to rule the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we're fighting against spiritual wickedness in a high place, and they've been deceiving the world since since the beginning. They are the wicked nation that the Lord has set up, man. So, hey, the Spirit has us shining the light, on all the things that is coming out, in news as of late, and it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. Man. You finish that Habakkuk real quick,
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, and now we're seeing that the visions are speaking. Okay, why? Because we're now in that appointed time. Okay, now that's why we're at the doorstep of this man having the technology to fulfill Revelation's 13th chapter, man. And it's ready. It's ready to go. He just ready. Here comes the promotion campaign, man. They about to make this shit look all fly to our people. They're gonna appeal to our people, man. And you niggas is gonna line up like this is the next new best thing to have. Okay, to be able to speak telepathically, to your homies and shit. Like they gonna package this up. But the warning is going out to the ears of the elect that this is the MOTB that's spoken about, the Charagma, man. And you are not to take it, otherwise you're gonna be put to death. You're gonna be destroyed. Go ahead with your precept, Bob.
Just going in, the brother was mentioning how Elon Musk, man, is gonna start, putting out those brain chips, man. It's gonna have people doing, what people would think to be miracles, man. Revelations 13 and verse 14 talks about that, right? It says, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, right? And those miracles are going into, these things that they're going to allow people to do, right? Putting it in, these chips in your eyes, making you see, right? Or putting it in your, and putting it in your head, allowing you to be able to, to stand if you're paralyzed.
Right.
Right. So all these things, right, which is talked about in the scriptures, Revelation the 19th chapter as well, right? The 20th verse that that he deceived them that took the MARK, right? And we're in that time where he's ultimately pushing it out. He's got, Tesla starting to push it out, and many different factions are starting to ultimately, introduce these things. They're coming out with the CBDCs more and more, and so you best believe that this is going to start happening, man. You're going to start seeing it.
Right. That's right, brother. And, go ahead with your precept real quick, because Klaus Schwab, bringing him up, had mentioned in that G20 meeting as well that he said that China is the role model for the world. And we know that China deals with digital currency. They deal with a social credit system. They deal with absolute tyranny, man, where they're fully controlling their population. And that's what they want to bring to the entire world. These people are coming out and they're telling you this boldly, right to your face, what they're planning to do. All right? And it's going to get real bad out here for you people, man. You see what's going on, the uproars that's going on in China right now. You see? All of those things are coming here to America.
If I may say, the brother Yowana posted this in the chat. It says China reveals digital yuan with expiry date, where people are forced to spend and not allowed to save. So who was it that said that? Who was it that said you should have nothing and be happy? Was it him?
Yeah,
it was Klaus Schwab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So him saying that about China. China's already a light years advanced than the United States. Meaning they want to push for the same type of control upon the masses, man. A lot of y'all people need to wake up to the prison planet that you really live in.
Man, that's fast. Go ahead with your precept.
China was talking about establishing smart cities. You know what I mean? So let you know what direction they're heading in.
If I may say, they also got those what do you call it, the behavioral credit systems?
Yeah, the social credit.
Yeah, social credit, where certain laws you break, can stop you from basically advancing or really enjoying society. You know what I mean? They just like with a credit card, and you make you don't make the payments, and your points go down. It's the same thing, So yeah, these heathen, they wanna rule the world, man.
They want to control every aspect of your life. Go ahead with your precept.
Come on, bro. All right. The scripture says, as a watchman, man, if we see the sword coming, we blow not the trumpet, then that's our fault. But we see the sword coming. It's the point. I'm gonna read this headline really quick. It says, first British bank to adopt micro bank card implant. All right, so to let you know, these chips that people are having in their hands right now, it's gonna go mainstream once these banks get behind it. Hey, I got Wells Fargo. If you bank with Wells Fargo, come deal with me. If you bank with B of A or whatever, man, just let you know it's gonna go mainstream. All right, that's part of the sword coming. Let me get this precept. Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, meaning trouble, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Wow. All right, so who's only people allowed to fall, basically, is the children of Israel. Because Heavenly Father told you not to do this, all right? So they're looking to cause you to fall, man.
Hey, beautiful precept, man. These are the times that we're living in. That's why the warning is going out, so the blood is off our hands. Go ahead. Let's get Revelations first. Let's read back down to Revelations real quick, and then we'll go to Daniel.
Crown. This is Revelations chapter 13. When we jump 15 or 16?
Go just straight to the point. Verse 16.
Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a thing in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, and that thing is that charagma, right? If a brother could get that in a blue letter, let's get that, because the brother was just going into the bank out there in China, wanting to implant, a digital bank card, right? Okay, and this goes directly with what's written in the Bible, what John the Revelator saw when he was on the island of Patmos, in his vision. This is it. We're actually living in it. We're living in that, and it's important, for you to understand what's currently happening, and the prophets are set up to explain it to you, so that you understand. Brother can get that in the blue letter. You got it? Yeah, whoever got it.
It's a charagma. It says a stamp.
Yep.
An imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist.
Right. The followers of the Antichrist, man. Anybody that's in opposition to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is an Antichrist. It's not just one man. Everybody used to post all these videos online of Obama and shit when he was in office talking about he the Antichrist. No, there's many Antichrists. All right? But ultimately, it's you following after those that are in opposition to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And who's the main one that is in that stead right now on this earth is Esau Edom. He's trying to set himself up as he's the Most High. You go to the book of 2 Thessalonians, it speaks about that. Go ahead.
It says thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images.
Exactly. So ultimately, it's an imprinted mark. It's something that's going to be inside of you, man. If you go into the root word of that real quick, it's an imprinted mark, right? And what are they going to use to imprint this charagma into your body? Go ahead.
The root word is karax.
Right.
It says a pale or stake, a palisade.
A pale, a stake, or a palisade, man. So they're going to use something, because that scratch that it talks about in the definition of charagma is an etching, or it's breaking the skin. And they're going to use that pale, that stake, that palisade. If you look that up in the Google, type in palisade, you're going to see it's something that comes to a point. You see what I'm saying? Like those picketed fences that they used to have back in the day. It comes to a point, man. That's that needle tip, man, that they're going to use to inject this in you. And they're already doing this all across the world. So how is it that all of these leaders in Israel okay, act like they can't see it. You know, it's up to you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to discern what the fuck is going on. This is end-time biblical prophecy playing out. If you can keep reading down there, did you have a point?
Yeah, I just want to make a point. The brother made a beautiful point saying that, you know, when he read in Proverbs 4:16, where he said that, you know, Israel is the only one that can fall, right? Because the law, statutes, commandments were given to us, right? So you go into Leviticus, the 21st chapter, it talks about not making cuttings into your flesh, right? So, and going back into the beginning of the scamdemic, right, who was the face of basically all the problems? Jake. Esau made Jake the problem, right? So then guess who he's going to try to deceive the hardest? Right, Jake, man. Right. So he's gonna try and get y'all to take it, man. But hey, the prophets are out here through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, telling y'all not to take it. Right, and Esau is going to try and infiltrate, right, this thing of ours, and have some of these leaders, so-called leaders, right, to try and pull y'all right to the left, man. And they're doing that by by paying them off, right? They're taking that bag, that 501c3 charter. And and this is what we're doing, warning you not only of what's to come when Esau Edom comes down, you know, the prophecies that are coming, but also those that are among you that are going to try to drag you down with this damn devil, man.
Right.
You know.
And I also wanted to speak on you know, also what the brother Barzal had mentioned, the Palisade. The Palisade, like he was going into, was like a back in the ancient times. They used to it was like a wooden fence with like a point. But you know, like the brother mentioned, John on the island of Patmos, they would speak and use things as similitudes to the best that they could to explain what they saw. Now, you know, if anybody has seen when they put that C-hip in somebody, they pinch the skin up, all right, between their thumb and their what is it, their pointer finger, I believe, and then they put this metal point, you know, like a syringe, if you will, but it actually holds something inside, and they put it in you, and then they take it out, and they leave that C-hip in you. You know, so our forefathers, they seen this, you know, and like the brother said, we're out here to warn, we're out here to tell you and make it plain upon tables what is coming, what is to get yourself ready, man.
That's right.
Because we're living these things, like the brother had mentioned. We're living these things. We're living prophecy, man. It's right before our eyes.
Living in very serious times, man. That's why Romans 13:11 tell Jake that it's high time to awake out of sleep, man, because the salvation is nearer than when we believe. You know, this is very real. The scriptures is not some like fairy tale that's far off. It's not. This is the generation where all of these things are gonna come to pass. You know. Go ahead and finish that off.
Revelations 13 and verse 17, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the thing, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name."
See, and that's key, because that proves that this thing is going to be connected to the financial system.
Yeah.
So when we seeing all of these news articles come out that the brother is speaking on, and Elon Musk saying that he's about to, you know, start putting this thing in people in the next 6 months, all right, then that's how we know that this is it. This thing is coming to pass, man. We just broke down what the word means. We just broke down what they're gonna use, okay? And we're bringing this out of the scriptures, you see? And it says that you're not gonna be able to buy and sell, man, meaning you're gonna be an outcast of society unless you conform, unless you consent, you see? And so that means that it's gonna take a level of faith. You're gonna have something, you gotta have faith in Yahweh Shema Shai in order to push forward in that time, because this devil gonna strip you of everything. I go ahead with your precept.
You got it, brother.
Con. Revelation 13, jumping up to verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right, and you go into that word "killed," right? It goes into the word apokteno, right? The Greek word apokteno, which goes into, you know, to be killed, right? But you go into the root word apo, it goes into what? To separate by physical distance, man. You know, so they're ultimately going to, and just like we've seen with the you know, the scamdemic, what they do, 6 feet, right? And pinned the Egyptians versus the Egyptians, man, right? Saying, oh, well, you're not jabbed up, you can't come in here, and what happened is they excluded them from the holidays, right? The family gatherings and so on and so forth. You've seen that happen a lot, right? But that was ultimately what? That was a trial run, right? When the real test comes, what's going to happen is going to be on such a greater scale, and they might actually physically kill you, man, because you're not with their system, right? Because Edom has a certain system in which he's trying to set up, which he calls the NWO, right? The New World Order, right? First and foremost, Jake is not in that, right? Jake is not in his plans, right? So he's going to try and get rid of a lot of you Jakes and everybody else that's completely against his society that don't want to take the Charagma. And we're the first ones on the list, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right, brother.
Backing up the brother Quantum Wath, and when the scandemic came out, what were they saying? They were saying 6 feet, which was 6, 6, 6, 6 everywhere,
right,
6
right.
this, 6 that. All right, but this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you."
Yep.
Okay, and so a lot of people are gonna be punished, man, in these coming days. Okay, there's a great wrath that is coming on a lot of people. It says, "And they shall take away certain of you," right? Separating certain of you. You see, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So they might want to, entice you to take the chip by giving you food, or you know what I mean. It might be something abominable. You know what I mean. Remember, the heathen went into the temple and sacrificed on the altar abominable things. You see, so there's gonna, and even the story of the 7 children that were tortured. Okay, even them, they were tortured because they didn't want to transgress the law of the Most High by eating abominable things. Okay, because famine is here. Famine is going to be rampant. It's, all the signs are here, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. All right, it says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." Okay, so if you take this MOTB, man, ultimately they're gonna mock you. They're gonna laugh, because at that point the world had to have already heard the gospel, the entire world. So they're gonna be looking at Jake like, "Hey, you're an Israelite. It's out, don't you know? But look at you right here." They're gonna laugh, because you're not gonna ride off in the sunset with the MOTB. It's not gonna go down like that. You know what I mean? Once that MOTB starts to roll, hey, the scriptures say the Lord's gonna lift up a standard. You see, all these things are gonna happen, within a time span of each other. Okay, it says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." So they're going to come for the believers. They're literally gonna come and knock on doors, kick down doors, you see, and start separating men from women and children. You see that in that movie. What's that movie? I forget the name of that movie where some UFOs come, the chariots come, and this girl, she's with her little brother, and they take the little brother and he gets the chip. I forget the name of the movie, man. It escapes me. The Fifth Wave or something like that. Something like that, some type of thing. And it shows you in that movie that the brother actually, he folded, and he became like he became a smith, basically, It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." So, these Edomites are about to turn up, because they know they have a short time, you see, and they're going to try to take, as many, that believe in them with them, because there's a lot of people that believe in Whitey, you see, and they're not going to spare you in them days, man. They're going to be offing everybody. In that day, it's like, why spare anybody, man? Just kill them all. They're going to be they want to subjugate the whole world. So anybody who don't bow down, they're just going to want to off them.
Jake, man, you can't take this lightly. That's exactly how this devil, and he itching to do it. Like, this devil has been, rape, robbing, and murdering our people for centuries, man. For centuries now. and he can't wait to have an excuse to do it on another level. Hey, Esau Edom got all these new toys and shit he want to play with.
Yeah.
They got robots.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That'll kill you, man. That'll put you to death.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna program those robots to do?
Yeah.
Right. Gonna murder you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called, man. How you gonna outrun something that don't get tired?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got precision, you know what I'm saying, better than the best sniper in the world. Like, shit about to get very serious upon Jake, man. And the only way out, okay, is to be under the wing of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. What's that, Psalms 91?
Come on.
You got a precept,
Yeah,
Bob?
quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because the head brother of the camp said we can't bring out Revelation 13 and 16 unless we bring out the consequence of taking that. You know what I mean? It's Revelations 14 and 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations, you know, the children of Israel is a nation, so we got to keep that in mind, man. You're not exempt. It says, drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All right, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
Hey, wait, though. Go back up, because it said to receive it in the forehead, man. So what technology or what thing is it that is gonna go into your forehead, man? We brought out the article, you know what I'm saying, that this man is about to start implementing these chips into people's foreheads, man.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta understand when you're watching prophecy. Okay, you're watching prophecy unfold. All right, and this is it. After the MOTB, then you're gonna have World War III pop off. You know what I'm saying? Then in the midst of World War III is the second coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. And that's it. It's game over.
Right, bro.
That's how close we are to this thing coming to an end.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm happy you brought that up. Made me go back, because one leader in Israel, he had a potato chip wrapped around his hand. You know, it's not far-fetched, man. It says a chip in your head and a chip in your hand.
Right.
So there's no time to make joke and light of that.
Right.
Also, too, one more thing, because a lot of camps go into the law. If you're not keeping the law, you're going to perish. But this said, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, basically he's going to receive the wrath, you know? So you got to push this too. You have to if you're pushing the law. I'm going to finish this verse off. Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. All right? Because you're going to be merciful, right? And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. We're not having a day of rest, because the brother Kasai was going into that a few weeks ago. He watched that movie too, Implant.
Yeah.
Once you take that or whatever, you don't have no really rest.